What's up, guys? Another Void here with more War Thunder for you, and it's Friday night. It's a big recording night for me. It's Saturday morning / night for you guys, but tonight I've got to do about 1 billion videos. And the video I wanted to do, and I've been actually trying to get this footage for over a week now, is the fully upgraded Typhoon 1A. I know when I first reviewed this plane, I gave it really low marks in a lot of different areas. You know, it didn't have good acceleration, it didn't have good roll, the guns were crap. I mean, it does decent at turn fighting is about all I said it did. I'm happy to report that fully unlocked, it's a bit better than it was. The guns are still rather weak in my opinion. The acceleration is a lot better. You can do a lot better maneuvers and stuff. Now here, I didn't get on the runway quick enough to actually help that guy cap and split the cap points with him. But it is what it is. Now I think this is actually... I guess this is 137. I thought this might be 135, but I think it's 137. But no, I think this might be 135 because those guys aren't blinking that yellowy color. They just blink on and off when they show up into the picture. So I think this is 135. Anyway, so I am glad to report, though, that this thing is a little bit more maneuverable. The roll rate's a little bit better. Everything's slightly improved. The guns really needed a larger improvement, but it's not as bad as I had said it was. It's not as big of an improvement as the P40. When the P40 was stock, well, really the P40 issue was more than just a stock plane. It was because I did not know how to fly and kill people with a plane where I actually had to use the ailerons. The ailerons are those two flaps on the left and right. You can see when I'm using those to roll. When you do a manual roll with A and D, and you know, if you're using the keyboard anyway, A and D, you're using the ailerons. Now right there is kind of the reason I had a hard time with the P40 is because the P40's guns are on the wings, so are the Typhoons. So when you have the guns on the wings, your bullet convergence is in a certain plane, okay? It's obviously flat with your wings. So you need to get your wing plane on a parallel plane with the plane you're shooting at. Now that's a lot of planes. PLA or plane. PL. Well, I guess they're both the same word. For some reason I thought they were different words, but they're both spelled the same. But anyway, because if you're not, like if I was shooting right now, a lot of my bullets would probably be going around the target. It's a much smaller target. But when your wings are both parallel, you have a lot larger target to shoot at. You can see I just took that guy's wing off because my wings were relatively parallel to his. And we were on the same plane. And that's really key to know about these planes with guns on the wings. If your gun is in the center of the fuselage, coming right out of the nose, you don't have that problem at all because all that lead's coming out into the same spot, regardless of where your wings are. So slightly easier to hit people. So in this plane, it's definitely a huge deal because there is no nose gun. I know in the F4s they have the nose gun, and then they also get as an upgrade the 2 wing-mounted 20mm cannons. And so that makes a huge deal to have your wings parallel. But even if it's not parallel, it's not going to make that huge of a difference. One thing to know about this plane, though, is if you go after like heavier arms targets like bombers and A-20 attack planes and stuff, the chance of you knocking that plane out are pretty small. You have to go for like pilot kills or knock out the engine, and hopefully it flies into a mountain or something. The best thing to go after for this guy, you know, fully upgraded or not, is really just other fighters. So what I'm doing here, and I'm actually about halfway into it, I really wanted to show you, is there's a big furball over C pretty much the whole game. And so what I'm doing, my strategy here, is I'm flying into the furball after a certain target, and then immediately, you can see me doing it here, I you know, either do an implement out and egress out, or do some kind of roll out and egress out, and then I'm out of the furball, and then hopefully nobody's tailing me, and I pick another target. To me, that it's kind of like almost like a boom and zoom on the furball, except it's not really a boom and zoom because I'm not coming from really, really high altitudes. You know, I'm just coming from maybe a couple hundred meters up above the target, maybe 300 or 400, something like that. So it's not necessarily boom and zoom, but I am kind of boom and zooming the furball. That works pretty well if you don't get a tail and if you attack the guy in the back. That's usually the best way to do it. Sometimes in furballs there is no back. It's like a big circle. But, you know, this guy, let's get a couple shots on him, and then let's get out of here. Because if you egress out of it, people don't want to chase you. If they've got you and another guy that are in the furball and you're leaving the furball, and they're generally going to want to stay in the furball. So you will, again, generally get out of that situation. So I'm doing that pretty well here. So this video is really, that to me is what to really take out of this video. I mean, along with what I'm talking about the Typhoon 1A. Now, I heard that the Typhoon, I want to say 1B, but that could be wrong. It could be 2A. Somebody was saying that the next in line in the Typhoon series is a lot better, and I'll be a lot happier with it. So let's see if I can get parallel here. No, see how he turned his wings and I wasn't parallel anymore? Luckily, I was really close, so he's probably getting a lot of my rounds anyway. Or they were going right by him. It's hard to say. So wings parallel here, much more damage on target. Wings not parallel, probably going around the target. Because I think in arcade, your gun convergence is set at 500. I'm not positive on that, but I'm pretty sure you can't change your gun convergence in arcade. I think it's set. In historical, you can, but I'm pretty sure in arcade it's set. Again, if I'm not, you know, just help us out. Put it in the comments if you can change your gun conversions in arcade. I'm pretty sure you cannot. So that means, especially up close, if your wings aren't parallel, there's a very good chance that your shots are going around the enemy. So there you go. We were on the same plane long enough for me to get lots of rounds into that guy. Now this guy, we're parallel there, and I'm egressing out. It's getting a little hot. I killed a guy in the furball, and then I'm egressing out. So here's what I'm doing here. When I get into the furball, I have lots of potential, built-up potential energy in aircraft that's height. So I have a height advantage, right? I'm coming in at, you know, 700 to 800 meters. And then I dive on someone, and this is typical boom and zoom, and I pick up a tail here because we kind of drew out the furball gets drawn out a little bit here. But anyway, so I come in and I dive on somebody, hopefully kill them, and then generally just get right back out of the situation, and then you'll see right here, as I'm coming down like I would be now, but I'm not firing at anybody, I'm just coming out of the furball and away from the furball. I'm coming down and burning my potential energy, converting it into kinetic, and flying away at really high speeds to hopefully discourage anybody from following me, really. So this was a decent game in the Typhoon. I don't generally have this good of a game, but this was generally a fighter-only game. You can see, like, 2 kills, I think. It's kind of a degraded video, I can't see. No deaths, pretty nice game. Let me get one more game, though, where I don't do so well, but we can see that this playing a little bit more. Hold on. So here's the second game I wanted to show you. It always seems to me that having 2 videos is pretty much enough to get everything I need. So I also did unlock for this video the 2 500-pound bombs and put them on. Normally I probably wouldn't do that because I tend to just drop them a lot of the time, because, you know, when you're dogfighting, you don't want to have 500-pound bombs on your wings. But what I'm trying to do now with this plane, and actually it could be a really good thing to do with this plane, is whenever I have these bombs, drop them on like medium or heavy tanks. They're 500-pound bombs. They should take them out. It's something that not a lot of planes can take those out, especially like a lot of people are flying level bombers now to take out like static bases. And so taking out tanks and stuff, you know, can be a pretty difficult thing for your team to do. So I'll generally try to fly in first thing and just drop bombs on some something that's like a pillbox or medium to heavy tank, something that, you know, smaller bombs won't be able to take out, or rockets won't be able to take out. You don't get a lot of credits or XP for it. It's really just something I do to try to help the team win. Here I found a pillbox I wanted to kill, so I'm going after it. Now, I won't get bombs back for, I think it's like 6 minutes. So this is just something I definitely do to help the team, and there's not really, yeah, 6 minutes there. I'm hardly ever going to get those back. And I got like a couple thousand credits, I think, for that. Or maybe I only get 1,000, I'm not sure. So I guess it's kind of worth it. You don't really get a lot of credits out of it, but it's better than nothing. But now I'm free to kill to my heart's content. So I don't do as well in this game with the Typhoon, but I do show you a couple other things that we might be able to use to compare and contrast against the Typhoon. Again, it's not a horrible tank. Or tank. There we go. I've been playing a lot of tanks lately. It's not a horrible plane. And you can see right there, I did hit his engine really good, but my wings were not in the same plane as his. And so luckily he was turning, and I got some hits on him. And he's probably going to go down, I think. I mean, he's pretty, you know, pretty on fire right there. So he's dead. Now, I think that was a JU. Yeah, JU-87. Yep, JU-87. And I'm watching a pre-rendered video I did at really kind of low quality to make sure I could see the video and not have that video stuttering. But I think I rendered it on too low of a setting here. I can barely read the text. Anyway, got kill on the JU-87, which is not really a feat. They're pretty much paper planes. So, what was I talking about anyway? I can't even remember. So, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to say. This plane is a lot like the Hurricane. The Hurricane planes are a little bit better as far as mobility and things like that. And they have similar armament. The thing about the Hurricane is you're flying at a lot lower tier, and so those planes don't require as much damage to take them out, and they don't perform as well. So it's a little bit easier to do well. Now this Spitfire can pretty much turn on a dime, and he takes me out. I should have just crashed into him. If you're going head-on with the Spitfire, generally you're going to get taken out because that thing does have cannons. So I'm going to fly the new Spitfire Trop that I have, Tropical. I can't remember what the differences are. There's a difference in, I think there's a difference in this and the other Spitfires in climb rate. I think it's because of the way that the engine's set up, the inlet is set up slightly differently to not allow as much air in because of the moisture or something like that. I think that's how that works. Again, I'm not a big plane freak. I was more of a tank guy. For World War II history, I like to hear more about tanks and stuff like that. But if you know, please leave it in the comments. I'm sure there's somebody out there who knows about what the trope designator was for and how they changed those planes to fly in more tropical scenarios. So, not all that happy with this plane so far. I don't have a lot of parts unlocked on it. The cannons don't seem to be something I'm really all that happy with, and that part of that just could be I've gotten, and there we go. I think I took out a friendly right there, so just really unlucky right there. They happen to just converge at the same time. But the F4 has really made me it's not lazy, but it's what's that called? What's that word? It's really spoiled me in that it's got a nose-mounted 20mm cannon. What's up with these people flying straight in front of people that are already fighting someone? Not really sure why people do that. It's not a good idea. Usually get killed. Hey, it happens to me too. I fly in front of somebody and they shoot me down. I don't get mad because they were already firing and I happen to fly right in front and try to, you know, get in on the action. But the F4 has that nose-mounted gun. It also has the two wing-mounted guns once you unlock them, the two cannons. And you're putting out a little bit more lead just because you have I think three cannons. This thing looks like it has two, but I think it only has two cannons. I can't look right now, but I'm pretty sure that's true. So you have the nose-mounted gun, which is already a lot easier to aim. And also, I think the rate of fire on those 20mm is a lot higher. It feels like this is kind of slower. It will probably help when I get the upgraded 20mm rounds and gun, you know, new 20mm cannons, the upgraded rounds, different things like that. So, wow. I'm getting double teamed here, and I think the trope does not perform as well as regular Spitfires, and I'm having a hard time with my wing anyway right there. But I think, like the 2B, it outturns the trope, because I think it's that inlet. Letting in more air helps the engine, has a little bit stronger engine. Now here's something different. The Beaufighter 10 with rockets. Now I think the rockets are a new addition. Again, correct me if that's wrong, but I don't remember this thing ever having rockets. And recently I had to buy the pylons for the rockets or something, and I was like, oh my god, a Beaufighter 10 with rockets? It's already insane, and now it's going to be even more insane. So here I am flying it, and I probably going to see a couple videos of this coming out, the Beaufighter series with rockets, just because I love planes with rockets. And this thing has kick-ass cannons, man, and it's a good turn fighter, and it has, you know, huge amounts of hit point pools as far as its modules are concerned. This is a monster, and people are even saying, you know, Bowfighter 10, oh, what a newbie plane, because it's so easy to kill people with. So a lot of times, just that strafe right there will kill people. So instead, I'm going to fly right at someone here, and I get a couple hits on people. Let's see if I can get the Spitfire. There we go. That is just too fun. Here's another Spitfire. I will primary Spitfires now, and I can't believe he got out of that. I get killed by Soap Defy. He's actually really good. Watch him in this game. He's actually one of the better pilots, if I recall. So I'm thinking the second Spitfire here. I'm already down 3 planes. It's very unusual for me. I usually only die once or twice max. So to be on my 4th plane is very unusual. Luckily, so far, I think I have at least a kill per death. I might have 2 kills in the first Spitfire, the trope I flew out. I can't remember. It should pop up pretty soon, because I started watching a little bit closer, like who are the people I should be going after. But anyway, back to the Spitfire. Yeah, this is definitely 1.37, because look, see how those guys come in and they're blinking yellow and red, not just red and translucent or whatever. But anyway, I've been primarying any Spitfires I see because they're really strong planes and people are just, you know, flying the crap out of them. And I think he's behind me now. He just put a move on me, and I'm pretty sure he's behind me. I really wanted to get Soap Defy out of the game, or out of the hits in that plane there, mainly because I tried to shoot the guy who just killed me. For one thing, it's fun to get revenge, and second, it's probably someone who's good, so it's good to take out the good players, knock them out of their good planes. So the one thing that's kind of interesting as well about the Spitfire, I think there's like 3 or 4 different versions of it that actually are good. And so you can have almost an entire lineup of Spitfires. Now that was a pretty easy kill. That's just a biplane, I'm pretty sure. So here's another Spitfire. Using Spitfire to kill Spitfires, that probably works, right? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Get out of it, get out of it! We're in a huge furball right here. This guy's doing a good job keeping me off of him. But we're both in spits, so this should be eventually something I can get into. Here we go. Now this plane has a faster rate of fire. That could be the newer guns, and I have a wing out now. That's not gonna help. Maybe I can take this guy out before. So I have a tail, and this guy, yeah, he's gone. He's gonna die. I hope I get credit for this kill because I took this guy out. It would be nice if they changed the way that works. But I don't think they will, but it would be nice. Because, like, this guy, I mean, look at all the damage on the modules. I'm pretty sure that's going to be mine. Yeah, there we go. Airstreak 4? I took out 4 planes already with this thing? Huh. I must not be watching my own video very closely. So, okay, well, that's good. F2A, pretty beastly. Should try to take this guy out, especially he's going to fly straight. Oh, he's flying away. Here we go. Lag 3. So, pull the trigger. Does that mean, like, I'm not firing enough? Like, he's under my sights, I need to shoot? So, generally, I got a hit, but that's not going to do anything. Now we got tons of guys just diving on us from spawn. So, I can't remember what I did here. I think I'm just going to go after the kill. Here he comes. Now right here, he does take me out, but I've noticed people doing it a lot more, is if they think they're going to die, they'll just ram the next friendly, or ram the next enemy they can. I kind of understand that, but at the same time, don't like it. From a strategy perspective, it does make sense. So there we go. I'm on the top there. I didn't even get to see what my kill death was because the screen's too dilapidated. The pixels are bad. I can't read it. Why don't you read it back to me in the comments, because I can't read it. But what I'm doing right here is I'm looking at the top dogs, right? Who has the top kills? Let's get those guys out of the game. I think there's one of them. That's the top guy right there. So let's go kill him. And he's in the Spitfire, so I'm not really surprised. Spitfire's dominating right now. Almost every match I go into is like Spitfires. It's like 50% Spitfires at least. The D520 is still a good plane. I don't know what happened to it, but I can't get kills as easily in it. I don't know if that's ammo changes or damage model changes or what, but I used to pretty easily get a bunch of kills in this thing because it's got a nose-mounted cannon and it has a really fast fire rate. This is a French plane, actually. So let's get this guy out of the game. He's going to shoot a guy that's landed there. Yeah, I think I might have shot friendlies. So there we go. Get nice damage on him. I didn't see any crits. But that doesn't mean I didn't hurt his wings really bad. So he's doing some kind of weird hopping or something. There we go. There we go. He's dead. Luckily, before my buddy could kill him. I hate when people do that. Again, I don't think that should stop happening because the way it works, the best thing for the team is somebody get the kill. Just someone get the kill. I've seen it time and time again where I let someone, I say, hey, he's got him. I'm not going to fly in there. That's kind of a douchebaggery thing, right? Fly in there and kill the guy and then get out. That's wrong. He's already been working on him. Let's just have him. And then I look later and the enemy killed my friend and now he's double teaming me with the guy I was attacking. So, in my opinion, it's best for everybody just to get the kill. Just somebody kill the guy, okay? It clears the playing field. The more people see, I shot that guy. Now he's out of the game. Their top guy is out of the game now. So yeah, it would have been frustrating for that other guy to get the kill, but at the same time, at least their best guy's out of the game. That's really the whole point of that. That helps me survive. Ensures our victory. Less and less good pilots to fly against is all it is. So Soap Def, I think, is still in the game. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. Soap Defy in a hurricane now. I'm not going to fly into that red ball of death. There's like one friendly down there. There's no way I'm flying into that. So I thought we had more pilots in the game, but it's like, where are they? Are they bombers or something? Sometimes that happens, like, you're getting toward the end of the match, and they have 5 pilots and you have 5 pilots, or maybe you have 8 pilots, right? So you technically should have an advantage. But the problem is, those 5 are working together, and your 8 are all spread all over the map. Like, there might be 2 fighters, maybe 3, and, like, some bombers and stuff, some guys that can't help take out fighters, and then you're having, you know, a rough time. So let's take this guy out. He should be fairly easy. He's got good damage models, though. Or, I mean, whoa! So let's keep working on this guy. I don't know if this is a good idea, because I think someone's behind me now. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. And that's the end of the game. So, pretty good game for me there. More deaths than usual, but also, in a sense, more kills than usual for me lately. So, nice XP and everything. Anyway, that's the Hurricane 1A fully upgraded. Let me know what you think about it. I still don't really like it that much. It's alright. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Oh, stay frosty. I almost forgot my own tagline.